Coming back from Orlando, fucking long ass trip, like 3 hours and a half, but it should be used already. I am coming down. I still have like more hour to drive. My family is sleeping in the car, and I thought an idea that it was on this controversy, and I'm moving on from Pablo anyway. I wanted to give him another chance, but it has to be said. If Pablo really wants to fight me, and I'm not telling stuff from my point of view. He told me to be in that location that he was in the morning. I was there. I text him. He did not show up. Then as I'm ready to come back because I got a lot of stuff to do, the guy is in the place, which is a child's park. He's concerned about my haircut because I put some water and move my hair to the side. He wants to see the line that was in the picture, that he couldn't see it on the video. He was concerned about my sunglasses and all that shit. I just want to bend that out. I'm exhausted. Pablo, you win. Mentally, you defeat me. All this chasing you around, being there since Friday, and you not showing up. Man, it's exhausting. You're telling me you will be here, and then it get me tired. You win, brother. Congratulations. The cat and the mouse race, you win it. But anyway, if Pablo still wants to do it, we can meet up in West Palm Beach tomorrow. More or less that's where I am right now, in West Palm Beach. It would take, check it out. You guys can see the signs. I'm coming all the way back from Orlando. If Pablo wants, we could probably, and this is a good idea, meet up in West Palm Beach. He's like an hour and a half, 2 hours from West Palm Beach. I am like an hour and a half from West Palm Beach. We can meet up in the middle. We could have this fight, but not on a child's park. He never showed up to the place. I gave him the address, and when I showed up to the place he told me, he wasn't there. He did not answer the phone. So I'm really tired. I'm really like beat up. He didn't want to fight on Friday. He told me to be ready in the morning in one place. He was not there. But anyway, Pablo said in one of his videos, and let's focus on this subject about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo. He said it's the same thing. And one of the fake accounts asked me what was my background in Judo. I would say completely, I am a normal Judo guy. I wouldn't say I'm a Judo guy at the same time. I train Judo with the Judo Kickboxing Federation. You could Google it up. Judo Kickboxing is a mixed martial art. Is Eric El Tigre Castaños did the Eric El Tigre Castaño, he did the kickboxing part. He's been a world champion. And Carlo Finales did the judo part. He brought up together the best coaches from Cuba. That's what I am, from judo. They are all here, and they developed the program. You guys can go into the website and check. All the program is there. So I trained judo kickboxing. I trained JKB, and I did it in the 2014, 2015, and I think I stopped training judo in 2016. I don't have to publish this stuff, but you can find a few videos of me training judo kickboxing. If somebody needs videos of me training judo kickboxing, you have to let me know. You can communicate with me in WhatsApp, and I can send you the videos. Judo was nice for me because I come from Baguasan, and Baguasan has a lot of hip throws, has a lot of wrist manipulation and small joint manipulation. But something is very important to understand about Baguasan. Baguasan is a martial art that is not an sport. It's designed to destroy the person, and especially since I train the Jin style. It's not as beautiful as the Chang style. It's more designed to destroy the person. It had a lot of headbutts, it has kicks, it has low kicks, it has a lot of elbows. And the takedowns from Bawasan, when you're gonna do like a hip throw, like a sotogari, you move your hips a little bit more. So that was a problem for me when I was training judo, because I would tend to overdo the hip movement. That's the way it's done in Bawasan, and that was a problem for me. So talking in judo, you have the normal submissions, kataguruma, which is the fireman, like you guys call it. You have the ushimata, which is like a ippon, but you put the leg in the middle and you trip the guy. You have osotogari, yusasko sotogari. The most important thing about judo, so these people that were questioning my background know that I really train judo, is the kusuchi and the gakes. Gakes are basically the hooks that you do with the leg. But the biggest difference you can find between judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is, and this is what I was doing as I was doing judo. Judo didn't have as many leg locks and leg submissions as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has. That's the first difference. Judo, since it's a sport, I understand that in the books of judo, when you look at the books, they tell you after you go the 2nd degree black belt that you should train atemi. Atemi is the strikes from karate, from boxing, from kickboxing. So I'm telling you stuff that anybody, you could go to a judoka guy, show this video, and just by the way I'm speaking, he will say, okay, this guy has trained judo, this guy has done judo, he knows what he's talking about it. So the most important thing in judo was the kusuchi, the gakes, and of course scoring the takedowns. Sometimes you score the takedown and you have to do a submission. Judo does have in the program the armbar, it does have the triangle chokes. Judo has a lot of stuff in the program, but it's mostly not used as much as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Judo, you basically finish once you make the other person either trip or you flip them over. Because when Jigoro Kano, which was the judo founder, created the judo system, he said that he did it basically watching like a pine tree that was really thin, and the big snowballs that would fall on top of the pine tree. He would just basically move it and toss it around, but the big and heavy trees that were carrying all the weight of the snow would break down and fall instead. So he said that you should be flexible and use the weight of your opponent, and you should basically trip him over so they fell to the other side. So judo, that's the principle, the most important thing in judo. However, when you go into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm talking with all the respect from my coaches, because I am really not qualified, I don't pretend to be more than I am to talk about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm basically just talking about my opinion based on the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu I have trained. I know that Maya, I know Danny Perez. I have put videos on this channel with Danny Perez. He's a student and a certified black belt on the Maya, and I have trained a few stuff with Danny. I also trained when I was in American Top Team Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a long time, and I'm right now currently training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So the big difference that I see is that in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I don't want to score a point, or the point is mostly not a score by me taking you down. The point is a score when I submit you, or when I pass your guard, or when I do knee on belly. Those stuff in judo are different. And the funny part is that you get in a blue belt and you've been a black belt in judo, and I saw another judo guy who came from Cuba like a few months ago, and the guy was a black belt 2nd degree in judo, and he was a national champion. And you guys know how strong judo is in Cuba, because when you look at the Olympic record, you could see that we have won a lot of competitions and a lot of Olympic games for judo. You guys have to check the record to see. So the judo in Cuba is really high level. So when you check these guys that come from a judo background, and I think that Rokas did a video about it. You see they struggle with the lower belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because, for instance, let's say I'm fighting the person and I'm gonna do a Moroto Seonai, or let's say I'm gonna do a Nippon Seonai. The only person in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a white belt, the only thing he's gonna do, he's gonna open the legs and push the hips forward, and your hands are like this, trying to throw him down, or your hand is grabbing the gi of the person and your elbow is under the armpit of the person. You're really struggling to take it down. He's just using the hip. The only thing this person has to do is look for a mataleon or rear neck shock to submit you. So I saw that many times. I saw the judo guys trying, and when I say I saw, it happened to me, trying to do the Kosoto Ari, the Sasai Suriko Migachi. I saw it. I tried to do it myself. And you see the white belts taking down those takedowns very easy. And you see the takedowns that you would consider advanced in judo, that you would do like in the intermediate, like when you do the intermediate level systems, you see these guys are struggling like with a white belt and a few stripes to do those takedowns. Like for instance, it's not that these takedowns don't exist in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's just the execution is slightly different, and that's what makes it so different from judo. The kataguruma is the fireman. In judo, you basically use the kusuchi, which is take the other person off balance. This is a perfect example. This guy's gonna crash me, sorry. This is a perfect example. You push the person back, he moves back. As he comes at you, you pull him, you go down, you put your hand under, you drive your hand under the groin area as you pull with your other hand, either the gi or the hand itself, and then you do the fireman or kataguruma, that's the name in judo, to make the other person impact against the floor. And the judo guy, the BJJ guy, will just hop and grab you and try to sprawl and get out of that takedown really easily. Because the thing is, the other, if this is done by two judo guys, the other judo guy would try to counter that takedown to do another takedown. And this is the biggest difference that you see. When you have two judo guys, the guy number one would try to take down guy number two, and guy number two will counter and try to take down guy number A. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's different. They are gonna fall, but they're gonna try to drag you with them to the floor to submit you. So what Pablo was saying is completely incorrect. I don't think that Pablo has ever trained judo. I don't think he has trained for much time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because this is basic. I am not saying that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is better than judo. I am saying that each on their own right is a different sport. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on his own right is a different sport than judo. Like for instance, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy with just 1 month must know already at least 3 leg locks submissions and 3 leg lock escapes. But in judo, if any leg locks, is gonna be, at least in the school when I learned, it's gonna be on the advanced level. So also, majority of judo guys, they have like 1 or 2 takedowns that are the go-to, that they always get the counter to those takedowns and do it to you, right? So they do the counter and then they take you down. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you have to be getting ready to be taken down by getting ready to drag the other person with you to your arena. So this is completely Hello, Andres. I will call you now. I know you were calling me, but I couldn't speak to you. I was doing this video. I'm coming down from Orlando. I wasted all my weekend chasing this guy. I have a huge headache. He put so many conditions, so many stepping stones. He put so many, how can I say? He put so much drama that it was impossible to make the fight happen. I'm bringing down my family. Lucas is on this side. Helen is right here. They're both asleep. So I'm taking this time to clear it up because a few people asked me about the difference between Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo. Whoa, but there is hope. He can still fight me. He's 2 hours away from West Palm Beach. I'm an hour and a half away. So if he wants to fight me, tomorrow we can meet up and do it. He wanted me to go to Crayola Park. No, for sure. And I'm coming back from fucking Orlando. I'm coming. No, the cannon in my face. I'm coming. That's a turnpike south. I'm coming back from Orlando. I took the only thing good that we did is that we were able to go to Universal to do a few rides with my kid. We had good food. You know, we enjoyed the weekend. But it's funny because yesterday Pablo told me to go to Crayola Park, that he will be there in the morning. And I was there in the morning. I was texting, where are you? Where are you? He didn't text me. And he texted me like 2:30, 3 p.m. or something like that when I'm already ready to come back. Why he didn't do it on Friday? And then he gave me a location for a park that one is in Pensacola, the other one is in Ohio. And you see this account, Hinxiao1, giving another location in another place. And he cannot even confirm the address. I am beat up. He won. No. Hands down, Pablo beat me up. Hands down, he won. He defeated me. But if he really wants to do the fight, I can pay him $500. No problem, $500. He can come down to West Palm Beach. It's only 2 hours for him. And I will go up to West Palm Beach. And we meet up halfway. We have our fights. And I gave him the $500 and that's it. I am even willing to do that, but I don't know if he's gonna do it. Because since I was there on Friday, pushing him to fight, all he wanted to see if that I was there. I posted a picture, and this is not Miami. Miami doesn't have any hills. This is a hill. I don't have any hills in Miami. So I'm coming down all the way north, down to Miami. So anyway, I tried to do everything as possible to make this happen, and we all knew it. But this is important. Look at Pablo's picture, and I'm gonna post it later on. He said a couple of weeks ago that he was losing weight, and the picture that he put, he's at least 350 pounds. He has never been as fat as before. There is no way Pablo weighs. There is no way that Pablo weighs near to 250 pounds. He looks at least 320. His waist is at least like a 45 or 50. This is the guy who a couple of weeks ago said that he was getting close to 205. It's a lie after lie after lie. He's concerned about my sunglasses. He wanted me to show my sunglasses because I showed the other ones were the yellow. I got different parts of sunglasses on my car all the time because I need them for the sun. He said, oh, different haircut, oh, different. He wanted to see the line on my hair that he couldn't see it on the other video I did. The guy is looking for the straws. But anyway, he won. Hey, Pablo, we're the champion of the people. So anyway, to finish the conversation about judo, judo basically is a complete sports, completely different. No, for sure. Pablo looks like at least 300 pounds, 320, 340. That's why the video that he submitted to Street Beef, there was a hanging rope on top with a hanger. So he put the hands, he put up, so that way he would weigh less on the scale. But anyway, so the information that he was giving about judo and about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was incorrect. So I completely doubt he ever trained Regis J. I completely doubt it. So guys, I hope that you guys had a good weekend. My weekend was so because of all this chase and nothing. I'm gonna keep driving down the road. I still have 1 more hour. Thank you very much for everything. I appreciate it. If Pablo wants to fight, I'm available tomorrow. He has to let me know 2 hours ahead of time. We can meet up in West Palm Beach. It's gonna be only 2 hours down. Let's say maximum 2 hours and a half. For me, it's an hour and a half up. We meet up. I give him $500. We fight. I'm making it as easy as I can. But this guy's not gonna show up. I don't even need him to come to Miami or Hialeah to Amelia Park. We can go to West Palm and we can get a gym in West Palm. Okay guys, thank you for everything. Take care, okay? I hope you like the video.